Okay, guys, I thought Tom was late, but I actually didn't send Tom the link. So I forgot. I just went live. I'm like, yo, where's Tom? I'm just sat here waiting and I didn't send him the link. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're yet to do so. Please, every single one of you guys right here, right now, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. We are here, ladies and gentlemen, and we're here to talk about LFC, our club, Liverpool Football Club. Husam X Tom Little. You guys know the vibes. You guys know the rules. There are no rules. You get me? Tom's going to lean back when I say something completely logical. That's just how it works. I'm not going to play any of his songs because I actually love him recently. Hi, Tom.
Hello, mate. Why are you on board with the same things recently? What's happened? This isn't what people expect of a Samex song.
You want to know why? I think you've just become a logical person now. You know you weren't logical before. You have to admit it. Come on.
In what way have I become logical? I just have the same thoughts.
No, I think you are a changed man.
I mean, we both kind of we're both logical, so we both sort of knew what was going to happen with the Isak Ekitike thing. That's why. I mean, I know I'm going to talk about it. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't disappointed that we've ended up with Ekitike, because that's obvious. But he's still a decent enough signing, apparently, even though I've been one who needs to be convinced on him. But if it means that we can go and then get Rodrygo on top of that, best believe I'm biting your hand off for that. This is fucking Rodrygo we're talking about. Rodrygo. And I'm sick to death of the whole... Oh, wow. I'm sick to death of the old...
Wow.
The old notion of Diaz is better than Rodrygo. Where's this notion come from that Diaz is better than Rodrygo, by the way? Where's this idea come from that, you know, Rodrygo, a guy who averages a goal or assist every 90 minutes when he plays on the left wing, is worse than Luis Diaz, despite being like 4 years younger and having a much better pedigree in big games? I don't know why people are like this.
Mm-hmm.
What? Did you make a thing with Mo about we're going to get Isak or something?
Nope.
Any reason why all the people who raided from Mo's channel, big ups for the support of now typing 1-0 Mo?
Oh, Mo did not beat me in anything. I always keep receipts. That's the good thing about this whole conversation. First of all, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Big up to Fonzie, who says big up K-Mac Jr. Big up to Akin, who says watch how Husam tries to spin Pool taking the L publicly in the Isak race. Husam will spin it as a win for Pool. Imagine getting a TikTok. That's not really
I assume it's a slander name, but it's just so shit.
Yeah, it's just such a shit slander name. Number one. Now let's once again. You know, I'm a big fan of what, Tom? I'm a big fan of evidence. So let's just go through the evidence that Don Husam has presented before. There's no Mo 1-0 Husam. Mo lost to me because he was on the train of Ekitike and Isak can exist at the same club. So here you go. Now listen with your own ears and you guys be the judge. What I said verbatim, you can listen to it. Anyway, back to the topic. This is let me tell you exactly what's happening with the Liverpool striker scenario. I promise you, if I had Michael Edwards next to me right now, he will tell you that Husam is saying the truth. If I had Michael Edwards next to me right now, he'll tell you Husam is saying the truth. This is exactly what's going to happen.
We're going to visit Dubai, are we? Is that what's going to happen? Michael Edwards is going to make us visit Dubai.
Push to sign Isak in this short-term future. We are going to try to sign Alexander Isak. We will ask the player. We will ask the club. We will go for it. If Isak says he wants to stay at Newcastle or Newcastle United want 150 million, our backup plan is Ekitike. So how am I taking the L here? You wanna know the problem is people will always try to spin things into like a gotcha moment, but there is no gotcha moment. I said we're gonna try for Isak, and if we don't get him, get Ekitike. And you know what makes this amazing? I'm one of the biggest fans of Ekitike as a Liverpool content creator, so I did not take a single L. I like Ekitike anyway, so yeah, there you go.
I'm the one who needs to be sold.
My problem, you want to know what my problem was, and the reason why I've been having arguments this whole time? And khalas, we're going to talk about it now. You don't know why we're going to talk about it now? The reason why we're going to talk about it now is people are acting like, this was the conversation. The conversation was Ekitike is going to be signed by Newcastle so that they're going to end up at the same club. That wasn't what I said. And, that's their problem. They just sit here and they just lie for no reason whatsoever. At the end of the day, I know what I said. I know what I argued. Saad argued the 4-4-2 thing. Mo was like, oh, they could sign Ekitike this season so he can, stay over there. And then, they will have their Isak replacement ready, and I'm just like, guys, that's just not gonna happen. But anyway, listen, let's not get khalas. Let's just talk now football. Yeah, the 4-4-2 take, by far the worst take in history. That was Ashraf and Saad, by the way. Anyway, make sure guys are liking the video. Make sure guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Let's just talk about this Isak Ekitike thing. Talk to the people, Tom. Let them know, what do you think?
It played out exactly how it was going to play out. Newcastle made the decision. We pick up from what they've done. I don't know why people are acting like we've said anything outlandish. I wanted Isak over Ekitike. I'm pretty sure every Liverpool fan wanted that. So we didn't get him. Bit annoyed. But we've ended up getting a very decent option instead, which should hopefully combine with the news that we got literally like an hour ago, and the news that we kind of knew was coming anyway, if you've been listening and reading over the past couple of days. The fact that it now should, in theory, give us the room to go and buy Rodrygo as well. It's fine. It's fine. Look, I like the Ekitike thing if you get Rodrygo, because what it means is, and people are going to laugh at this, that wonderful 4-2-4 I like us to play at points, where, you've got the two central players you can drop in together and then the two wingers become your main goal threats. You can, in theory, do that with Ekitike and Rodrygo, because Rodrygo on the left runs.
The reason why we won't admit that we don't have a clue, you can't, is because last summer when we signed only Chiesa, you didn't say that you didn't have a clue. So suck my balls.
And again, Finch streams, you're trying to hold it against me when I've never once been FSG out because of transfers. This is the wonderful thing with it. I have never been FSG out because of the transfer business.
So you didn't apologize last summer when we signed only Chiesa, so suck it. Go ahead, Tom.
So if I'm getting Ekitike and Rodrygo, I've got my two wingers who are my main goal threats, arguably, who can do the diagonal runs, the inside runs, score loads of goals. Then I've got a striker in Ekitike who can score goals and is very good at the link-up. And I've got the best 10 in the world in Florian Wirtz. And another thing I've seen, again, look, I am not the guy with Ekitike. I think everyone who watches knows that I've had my doubts. But from what I've been told, this is not what I've seen, from what I've been told, he's also apparently very good at linking up with the 10 and like playing 1-2s and getting the 10 into loads of space. So if you've got Florian Wirtz there, it looks even better. So look, anything was going to be upgrade on Nunes. Let's be honest, anything was going to be an upgrade on Nunes. And it seems like we've done pretty well with Ekitike and Rodrygo. And we can look at that and look at that front four. It's still an incredibly scary front four for the rest of the league, and it should, in theory, give us wiggle room with the rest of the squad in terms of, like, we still need that centre back. We can get that centre back now, and I know it's kind of been glossed over this summer because of all the excitement.
Don't get to the centre back. Let's stick to the topic.
Yeah.
Side.
But I do also think that getting an Ekitike for the price that you could get him for, and a Rodrygo for the price that you could get him for, might give us a little bit of room to mess around with a cheap DM as well, which we do still need because the manager still doesn't trust Endo. But look, I can't speak on. I've watched a couple of comps on Ekitike, but Nunes comments made me think we were getting the new Haaland, so I'll bite my tongue on that front. He looks exciting from what I've seen on them. His numbers are decent. They are, very similar to Isak's. The concern about his XG underperformance, I think is a bit of a concern, but people have told me it's because he's actually quite good with his XG in the box. He just takes loads of shots outside the box, which is tank it. And I'm going, okay, but then how many shots he taking outside the box have such a big XG difference? Like, it's incredible to get 12 XG from outside the box shots or whatever they're trying to tell me. So I don't know. Look, at the end of the day, I'm going to go back to what I said last summer. The most important thing the football club could do when losing Jurgen Klopp was bring in the data nerds. They brought in the data nerds. The data nerds have found this lad. The data nerds have been on this lad since about March, because that was when I was hearing his name constantly. So I'm going to trust the data nerds, like I trusted them every step along the way. And if the data nerds are doing this because it means I get Ekitike and Rodrygo, the data there to play the fucking blinder, and Arnie Slot will work his magic again.
Let me just say this. First of all, big up to all of you guys. We have 1,500 people in here. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Please, every single one of you guys. We have 1,500 people in here. We're not even at 500 likes yet. We're discussing the forwards, and you're all moving like crazy right now. I want to make something clear to all the live fans. Please don't interrupt Tom. I'm about to go on a tangent. Here's the thing I want to explain to every rival fan that thinks that, you know, this is like a gotcha moment or something. I legitimately said verbatim, we have a 20% chance of signing Isak, and our backup plan is Hugo Ekitike. As a matter of fact, you could go back to streams from a month ago where I said I take Ekitike. I was doing Ekitike prop. Ekitike is clear of Sesko. I think Ekitike is a very good player. I think Ekitike has all the fundamentals. His goal scoring can improve because he's got the fundamentals. He's someone who's got an amazing first touch, a very good passing, very good link-up play. There's a reason why Marmoush scored all those goals. So he's done really well. So I'm very excited for Ekitike to join Liverpool Football Club. And to all the rival fans that are laughing, big up to you. You know, the people who say the truth say the truth. Here you go. Michelle is a Chelsea fan and she's vouching. There's no need for us to stop here and lie. Now, anyway, back to the topic. You know, to find really funny, every rival fan laughing in the chat will come here in May and they will cry. That's the funny bit. Because guess what? Ekitike, Rodrygo, Wirtz, and Salah is the best front four in the world. If you have a problem with it, name me a better front four. It doesn't exist. It categorically does not exist. We literally have the best front four in the world. We got Mohamed Salah, who's the best player in the Premier League. We got Rodrygo in a World Cup year with everything to prove coming to Liverpool Football Club. We got Florian Wirtz, who rejected Manchester City, rejected Bayern Munich, rejected Real Madrid to join Liverpool Football Club. And guess what? I couldn't get Isak, but I got Timo Isak. I'm good. I take my chances against everyone. As a matter of fact, I think this just guarantees us winning the league right here. Me and Tom have been in complete agreement about this Nunes thing. Me and him both have been against #1 more year. We've been completely against it. He's been against it. I've been against it. And at the end of the day, listen, Nunes is not staying at Liverpool Football Club. We've signed Ekitike. I'm so excited. Like, I genuinely can't wait for our first Premier League game when everything just clicks together and we're just going to slap the crap out of teams. I genuinely feel excited. I think Ekitike is a fantastic player. Genuinely, he has all the fundamentals. I know his goal scoring needs to improve, but we saw it with Joao Pedro. Joao Pedro is a football player that people said that his finishing needs to improve. And guess what? In the Club World Cup, he scored like 2 bangers, bro. Like, unbelievable finishes that maybe he didn't show in Brighton. And that's the thing as well. When you come to a football club like Liverpool and you know, Salah is creating new chances and Wirtz is creating new chances, and you've got Rodrygo on the left-hand side, bro, we're going to cook. We're going to cook. So now, us signing Ekitike and hopefully Rodrygo, obviously this guarantees us the league title this season. So we're going to go back to back. And I feel so excited about the year because, listen, the people can have their like gotcha moment for no reason whatsoever when I already said it's a 20% chance. So people can do haha for no reason, up to you. But I think now, if we sign Ekitike and go ahead and sign Rodrygo, this title is ours. It's going to be number 21. Like, literally, it's going to be number 21 this year. And I genuinely can't wait for it. I'm completely behind this transfer. And at the end of the day, I've actually been a fan of Ekitike for a while now. Like, I've mentioned him. The only person I was really against from the Bundesliga was Sesko, to be honest with you, because he has no brain.
Both, brother. Me and you both.
Yeah, he has no brain. So he's literally just like Nunes from Slovenia. So he ain't got no brain. But Ekitike is a very smart, intelligent footballer. And remember, he came through from PSG as well. You know, he played for PSG too. So he has those fundamentals of football instilled into him. And he's played for a big football club before. And guess what? Hey, this is an exciting signing. I'm genuinely very happy. I really like the signing of Hugo Ekitike. And I look forward to the season now. Like, I believe he will cook. I think he's going to score a lot of goals. And once again, Liverpool go after this now and sign Rodrygo. And my front four is Wirtz, Salah, Rodrygo, Ekitike. Brother, I take my chances against anyone. Bring me anyone in the planet. I'm not intimidated. Like, that's a team right there that could just cook. Remember, just so everyone in the chat knows, keep this in mind. We won a league title with Darwin Núñez. Deep it. Think about what I just said. Think about it again so it makes sense to you. We won a league title with Darwin Núñez. I'm now gonna add Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, and inshallah Rodrygo on the left-hand side. And I'm supposed to sit here and act like, oh, I'm so scared. Who scares me? Who scares me? Musquera? Kepa? Who scares me? Reindeers? I ain't scared of no one. We're going to win the league. I'm completely confident in this team. I'm completely confident in this manager. And I'm completely confident in the players. And guess what? The likes of Salah, the likes of Van Dijk, the likes of McAllister now have had a rest because we didn't play any Club World Cup. We didn't do anything. So we're slowly getting ready for preseason. And genuinely, all the rival fans that are laughing right now because they think it's a gotcha moment when it's really not, because we literally told you 5 days ago that this was going to happen. We'll see who will be laughing in May. Clue, it's not going to be Arsenal. Another clue, it's not going to be Chelsea. Another clue, actually, it might be Chelsea if you win like an FA Cup or something. Another clue, it's not going to be City. We're good. We're completely good. Salah, Ekitike, Wirtz, Rodrygo. Bring me any team in the world. I'll take my chances. I take my chances with those players right there, given the fact that that we just won a league title with Darwin Núñez. And this is not even the super chat section or anything, but this guy right here, last summer he came in here, I cooked him, and then he became a fan, Leighton. It was actually on a Husam X Tom Little stream where me and Leighton just had a back and forth. Just read his super chat. He's a Liverpool fan. He's never sent a super chat before. This is first ever, but it's a great one. Does Ekitike have a brain? If so, he's an upgrade. Facts. Does Ekitike actually have a brain? Yes. He's already an improvement on Darwin. Let's go. I'm excited. I look forward to the season. I think we're going to win the league again.
I don't think people, rivals aren't quite understanding that Liverpool, the biggest area for improvement for Liverpool was striker. We won the league last year, and our strikers combined for 12 goals. So if I get a striker who can give me 10 on his own, and a backup who can get me 5, I've already got 3 more goals, and that's being kind and not considering the rest of the other positions. So I'm getting a striker here who I'm not fully sold on. I hope he proves me wrong. You know, there's a very quick way to get me on side, and that's game 2 of the season away at St. James's Park. If you decide you want to, one up someone that day, be my guest. You'll have a supporter for life that day.
Oh, we're so gonna slap Newcastle. Everyone knows Newcastle is our bitch. Go ahead.
But I just, it's not hard to improve on the striker that we've got. God knows it's not hard to improve on him. So I don't think they're going to play the same way. I do think that I know it's a bit tactical. I might do my own stream on it, but I think that we've signed Ekitike, who wants to play left side. Wirtz, who likes to drift over to the left. Rodrygo is going to play on the left. I think that again shows that we're going to commit for the next 2 years to Salah being the main guy who we play through in the attack and having a lot go through him because we're giving him as much space as possible. If everyone's over on the left, Salah's got the right-hand side to himself. But it's a decent sign. He's wanted by a lot of clubs. Chelsea wants them. Newcastle wants them. United wants them. We've been after him since
Newcastle
March.
literally wanted them to be the Isak replacement.
Newcastle wants him for 3 years.
Yeah,
but
literally.
Look, I'm not sold yet. I need to see him play some games for us. I need to see him fully hit the ground run. But if he proves me wrong, there won't be anyone happier than me. I hope he shows me that he's this good finisher with all this link up, with all this dribbling, and we can take it from there. Like I said, I'm not going to lie. I'm not disappointed that we didn't get Isak because Alexander Isak's a world class forward. I don't think Ekitike is that yet.
Of course. No, listen. Of course, we all. This is not a lie. Like, of course, we all wanted the what's it called, Isak. 100%. We will never listen. We're not Arsenal fans. We ain't gonna sit up here and deny it. Well, this is reality. Yes, we did.
But
100%.
What we are doing potentially, if we get Rodrygo, which I do think there's a lot in, which people might not want to hear because they might be Anthony Gordon fans for some reason, but I do think there's a lot behind this Rodrygo thing, and we really do want to push for him. What we've done is we've bought a project striker who has a lot of upside right now, more upside than Núñez did, and he's still a bit raw. He's going to need some time to figure it out, but we've given him the best possible support and casting behind him. So if he's not hitting the ground running straight away, if he needs that bit of time to develop, to figure it out, he's got Mohamed Salah best Premier League player of the last decade. Florian Wirtz, best number 10 in the world. And Rodrygo, one of the best left wingers on the planet. All
And
behind
listen,
him.
Isak,
All
at the
ready
end
to
of the
pick
day,
up the slack.
what's going to happen with Isak's career? He's just going to rot at Newcastle. What, you're going to win a Carabao Cup again? We all know that Newcastle are not going to win anything this season. They'd be lucky to even finish in the top 5. So at the end of the day, I'm worried about Liverpool Football Club. Like, we upgraded our team and I'm excited. Listen, at the end of the day, it's about us getting better, and we've become a lot better right now. That's just the truth. And you know, what's Isak gonna do at Newcastle? Literally nothing. Like, what are they gonna do? They ain't gonna win no competition this season because they're playing twice a week. They obviously aren't gonna win the Champions League. They obviously aren't gonna win the Premier League. So yeah, well, what are Newcastle gonna do? Probably gonna finish 6th or 7th again. Isak can enjoy Europa League next season, or Newcastle fans will enjoy when he gets sold to Barcelona, and then they find out Barcelona ain't got no money. So yeah, it is what it is at the end of the day. Like, what Isak has made the wrong decision here, if anything. So yeah, if you don't want to join the Premier League champions, I'm okay with that. Ekitike is on his knees. He's begging us, please. He signed a 6-year contract, bro. You know, and there's something I want to call out, see, because this is the thing. See, watch this. Let me respond, please, Tom. He's like, Sesko 13 goals in the Bundesliga equal bomb, but Ekitike gets 15 and it's bring now. You know what I have always argued, Martin?
Sorry,
and this is how I know.
That was at least a better stand than name.
One second. Let me respond. I know how to respond to Martin because Martin thinks that, like, you know, it's always an agenda against Arsenal. First of all, Martin, when Sesko was linked to Liverpool, I said I didn't want Sesko. Before Sesko and Arsenal were even mentioned, number one. Number two, what have I always claimed about Ekitike? He's a much better footballer. Let's see if the stats match my claim. Let's go. Here you go. Leipzig, Frankfurt, Bundesliga. Okay? Hugo Ekitike has more goals, more non-penalty goals. Sesko has the better conversion rate. Now watch the rest of it. Passing accuracy, long pass accuracy, crossing accuracy, through balls, layup completed. If I include any passing statistic, you will see Ekitike above Sesko. And that's why I wanted Ekitike, because he's fundamentally sound. But because you're an Arsenal fan, you have to watch Kai Havertz every week. I know you're unaware of what fundamentally sound is. Like, I know you find it difficult because you have to watch someone get bullied by centre-backs every week. Let me explain to you from another statistical standpoint what fundamentally sound means. Let me show you. As you can see in front of your very own eyes, this is called fundamentally sound right here. Green. You go down. There you go. See? There you are. Passing accuracy, progressive carries, successful take-on, touches. Here you go. Hugo Ekitike. I ain't lying. This is the player. I know you're unaware of like what fundamentally sound is, just like you're unaware of a league title, because the last time you won one was 21 years ago. You're probably still a child at the time. It's crazy. Anyway, go ahead, Tom. You're on mute.
Liverpool squad is set up in a way where we could took Isak and he becomes the main goal-scoring guy, and Salah sacrifices his role a bit. Or you buy an Ekitike who won't take the main goal-scoring job. It stays with Mohamed Salah, a guy who's won fucking 3 Premier League golden boots. Is it 3? No, it's 4.
I'd say the same thing, Martin. Don't come for me again. Go ahead, Tom.
It's 4 Premier League golden boots. You know, such a tough thing to have as your main goal-scoring guy, a guy who's got 4 Premier League golden boots to his name. You add Rodrygo, who's also a good goal scorer, and you give Ekitike, who's got the good link up, who's got the decent sort of hold up play and that. You have him to feed them guys, and also pop him with the goals. It's the way really we want to play. Whilst you have Mohamed Salah, you want to try and keep him as the main goal scoring threat. We could have got Isak, and it changes it up, and that works. We've seen that Salah can adapt into that creative guy as he did with Nunes, except Nunes doesn't fucking score the goals. But with Ekitike, I think it's a little bit of a commitment to, look, we're going to focus on the wingers for the next 2 years being the main goal threat in Rodrygo.
Oh, yeah, if we have Rodrygo, bro. Are you mad? Rodrygo.
If you have Rodrygo and you've got Salah and you've got Gakpo and Chiesa as your backup wingers, both of who score goals.
Bro, Rodrygo's signing has just as much impact as a Wirtz signing. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Champions League winner, La Liga winner, scored goals in so many clutch games. He actually has a good record against the English clubs as well, maybe besides Arsenal. So, yo, I'm good, bro. If we sign Rodrygo, because Alex Crook reported it actually, preliminary talks between Liverpool and Real Madrid over Rodrygo are believed to have taken place. So I look at, listen, we signed Rodrygo, bro. We are cooking the shit out of teams. Like that's the thing. That front 4 right there. It's gonna be.
I just think that front 4 is set up to make the wingers the goal threats, and I think it means we keep Chiesa, We have Gakpo.
Which is something I wanted as well.
We have Gakpo and Chiesa as the backups, with Salah and Rodrygo as the starters. Ekitike can drop in and be at false 9. Wirtz is a creative 10 already. You have Szoboszlai. You buy another cheap striker backup or whatever, and all of a sudden you're set up to just have the wingers be your main goal threats, which works because the 2 wingers we could have, the 4 wingers we could have, are all very good at scoring goals. And you've got a striker who can do the link up but can also score. You've got a 10 who's very good at link up, very good at creating, but can also score. It just seems to be set up in a very decent way. So I'm if that's the way we're going, I'm on board with it. And it shows that we've got a bit of tactical flexibility about us because we've built such a good squad. So if that's the way we're going, I'm happy with it. Genuinely, I'm happy with it if that's the way we're going.
Yeah. Listen, I'm the wrong person to banter about Ekitike because I wanted him. Maybe Tom is the correct one to banter because Tom really isn't that much of a fan.
I didn't want him, but he's got, and I've made that abundantly clear. But I'll have him. So it is what it is. If he stays, he stays. Or if he comes in, he comes in. So I'll do it. It's better than what I have. That's the one thing I've never disagreed on. I might not have wanted him. He might not have been my first choice. But I don't think I've ever said to you, Sam, I'd rather keep Nunes. I think there's only one striker I've said that about, and that's Benjamin.
Oh yeah, Sesko's shit, man. I'll never change my mind on that. Sesko's actually shit. Sesko's actually shit, to be honest with you. That's the thing.
Sorry, can I just ask, how have I flip-flopped? I've not.
Tom hasn't flip-flopped. He just said he's exciting. He's waiting to see Ekitike. He's not the.
I was never saying I don't want to ever sign Ekitike. I said he's not my first choice, and I'm a little bit concerned about another project player. But if he comes in, he comes in. The club clearly have done the due diligence on it. I'm not like a Samir going, can't wait for Ekitike. It's going to be this, going to be that. This is the way I'm talking about it. I'm going, I hope he can be a decent foil for the left winger and the right winger.
He will be. He will be because he's fundamentally sound, and the stats prove it, Tom.
So I'm not.
You want to know? Okay, I'll tell you something. Look, I understand what the concern about Ekitike is, which is his goal-scoring record. And it's a fair enough concern. I understand that. The reason why I would back someone like Ekitike to actually get his goal-scoring together is because he has the fundamentals. The reason why I didn't back Nunes is he's fundamentally not sound. The reason why I didn't want Sesko is because of his fundamentals. I'm a massive fan of fundamentals. And keep this in mind. Look, let's say Ekitike only scores 15 Premier League goals. Okay? If we sign Rodrygo and we have Salah, 15 plus 15, 16 plus 25, we're league champs. I haven't even considered Wirtz's goals. I haven't considered a McAllister banger every now and then. I haven't considered Van Dijk scoring from corners. I haven't considered any of these things. That's the thing. So I'm a big fan of Ekitike, and I look forward to it. And Ekitike will score away at St. James's Park. Mark it down right now. He's going to score. I'm going to lock up Isak as well. I'm going to show him how much of a bitch he is staying at that football club. I don't know why you stay at that football club. You got the Premier League champions behind you. You want to go stay at Newcastle? Enjoy fighting for the Champions League. We'll see how many levers Barcelona have to pull next summer to sign you. Why are you quiet, Tom? Where's your energy?
No, I'm not. I'm just... There's not more for me to say. I'm not like... I've made my stance clear on Ekitike. I mean, the only interesting thing is that Fabrizio Romano, I don't know if you've seen it, when he was reporting on the Ekitike thing, he said, I'll tell you now. The last thing he said on it was, if nothing surprising happens on Newcastle's side for Isak, Liverpool will go for Ekitike. So he's still not completely ruled out that Newcastle don't go, fuck, we might need to.
Hey, we'll see. Now Liverpool have done their chess move. Now it's checkmate. So it's on Newcastle. You want to keep Isak? No problem. Keep him. We'll take Ekitike. League champs anyway. Who am I supposed to be scared of? Mikel Arteta as King Jokeris to track back. I'm good, brother. Guys, we have 1,900 people in here. We're not even at 500 likes yet. You guys are all calling him Ekitike in the chat. But you guys are all worse than him. Your conversion rate is worse than all of them. You get me? Your conversion rate is worse than Darwin Nunes. Close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Please, everyone right now, hit the like button and subscribe, guys. Please hit the like button, subscribe right now. Let's get the likes up. Let's target 1,000 likes on the stream. So, Yeah. Anyway, let me just grab a couple of these super chats before we carry on with the stream. Also, by the way, Tom's channel is in the title. Please go give him a subscribe. I'm sure he's going to do some form of like tactical breakdown, stuff like this. So, yeah. Big up to you. Big up to my guy. We read this one already. Isak to Liverpool, 120 million. Here we go, is what Giniesta is saying. You're really from Sweden and a Newcastle fan. How sad is that, honestly? You really watch Newcastle week in, week out? Feel bad for you. Kalkar hit again. Can you guys please tell him to stop talking about transfer targets? Wirtz happened because he didn't talk about it. That's what I'm as saying.
I mean, that's an interesting way to look at this narrative now, actually. Who's to say we wouldn't have got Isak if Fenway Sanderson Group or fraudulent Sanderson Group hadn't started chatting large the way he did?
Yeah. Husam, 5,600,523 nil Tom. Husam is the real scouser. We all know that's the truth. You get me. Let's go.
I mean, I've got one. I got the Cater show and stuff, right? So who's the real winner?
Oh, yeah. Husam, I've commented many times that Isak and Salah would be unstoppable. I can live with any outcome that isn't Salah plus Isak together. Yeah, but what if it's Salah, Wirtz, and Rodrygo on the pitch together?
I think that's the thing that's getting lost here. Yes, we didn't get Alexander Isak, but we are putting together the best right winger on the planet. Because I'm not having 1 year of Yamal and doing 8 years of Mohamed Salah being the best. The best 10 on the planet and one of the best left wings on the planet behind a striker who has all the potential to be one of the best on the planet if he's got the right nurturing, which, let's be honest, there's a lot worse environments than nurturing than learning off a guy who scored fucking 300 odd goals in his career and has been one of the best goal scorers on the planet for the past 7-8 years. So, yes, we didn't get Isak, but it still should be very scary for the rest of the league what we're doing and what we're putting together. And I think that's why people are trying to knock it down in every way, because they're scared of what we're doing. And like I said, Ekitike for 80 million gives us the wiggle room to get other signings that we need through the door. If I'm getting Guehi and Rodrygo and Ekitike, mate, that's fucking terrifying. That should be terrifying for all of you. Every single rival fan should be sitting there shitting bricks at what this team's going to do.
Big up to Sean. Big up to Sean, who says, we want Isak next summer, replicate Newcastle 4-4-2. Of course, he's taking the piss at all the people who said Newcastle can play 4-4-2.
Maybe this year we teach Ekitike how to play left wing.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Ekitike left wing. Funny shit ever. I'm really bothered though. Isak leaves next summer for less. Newcastle proper small club fans have hot air for brains. Ekitike and Rodrygo, yes, please. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, Isak is going to win nothing at Newcastle this season. And, he's going to leave anyway next summer. So it is what it is. Newcastle have no hope of winning any trophy this season with playing twice a week. Who's going to win your trophies? Ilanga? Big up to Voice of Reason, says, sign Isak in 2026 to secure the three-peat. Let's go. Big up to Fonzie, says, like and sub chat. Look who he has to put up with. Hey, Tom's been elite lately. You get me? I haven't even had a problem with Tom or anything. So make sure you guys are liking and subscribing, though. Listen to him. Tom, I've watched Frankfurt a lot. Dad's cousin is a German Frankfurt fan. Lad, ask Anfield Sector. I've been wanting him for ages. He's a baller, bro. Same. I've wanted Ekitike for a while now.
I hope he's right. The one thing that Sam knows, I'm a very data-driven guy. That's why a lot of my recommendations come out of left field. But it's because I look at all the data with it. And Ekitike's data is decent, but for me, it had the major red flag of XG underperformance by such a large metric.
Yeah, the finishing.
Yeah, that after, and it's the PTSD of Nunes, which is making that even more prevalent. I can't put myself through another 3 years of a striker who misses open goals. I can't. My sanity can't take it. But if Ekitike, people told me that his numbers need to look at it. You need to look at it through this light, and it's all right. If that's the way it comes across, and again, look, I'm trusting in the data nerds. If they've run some for a while, if they look at it like this, I'll give them the opportunity. I'll give them the chance, and I hope he proves me wrong. I hope I look at it next summer. I'm sitting there going, I don't know why I never wanted him, because he's fucking boss. But like I said, I'm happy to get him through if it means that I'm able to get Rodrygo. I don't think people understand that I was putting like Rodrygo on just a tier below Isak, and Isak is like the best sign you could make this window. Rodrygo's about as good a signing. Rodrygo's about as good a signing as you can make. I assume we're going to touch on him now. The narrative I've seen around Rodrygo the past couple of days has been shocking. No sane person on this planet should want Anthony Gordon over Rodrygo. No sane person.
Yeah, of course. No, of course no. Thank you, Jenny. See, this is what someone who watches every single stream. Like, I'm happy with Isak and Ekitike, so the chat is just barking for no reason. Why are you talking like you have already got Rodrygo, going by the record of wanting a player and actually making it happen? Yeah, but we wanted Wirtz and we made it happen.
Yes,
this is the new Liverpool, Habibi.
Guess what? Liverpool actually have a very good track record of getting the player that we want. You know, we wanted Wirtz, we got him. We wanted Frimpong, we got him. We wanted Kerkez, we got him. Wanted Mamadashvili, we got him. Wanted Salah, we got him. Wanted Van Dijk, we got him. Wanted Alisson, we got him. But people look at the ones that we didn't get and use that as the new metric. Guess what? Yes, we didn't get Caicedo. Am I arsed? No. We didn't get Lavia. Am I arsed? No. His 13 games have been so useful for us in the past 2 years. Trying to beat us with the stick if we didn't get some of the players we wanted is so
Everyone's screaming Ornstein Bomba. The Ornstein Bomba is Man United making a bid for Mbuemo.
Ooh.
Why do I care about the club in 15th, bro?
Mind you.
Only time you mention a bomba in the chat is if like Madrid or like, you know, PSG. We're talking about the elite clubs. Don't compare us to the bombs, please.
Hold on, though. But if you want to be petty, Brentford selling Mbuemo means that Vissa probably won't go, which means Newcastle have to settle for a 4-3 striker target.
Hey, we'll see. Listen, I take it.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin, you are Toon black and white, baby.
Isak saw your interest and said, no thanks.
That's the one thing that didn't happen.
Yeah, that's why the whole thing happened. If Isak said no thanks, we wouldn't have even attempted it. But of course, your brain can't comprehend like simple information. We've upgraded our entire team and haven't finished yet. Diddy FC are talking mad. Know your place. Your club is genuinely the BBC in the 70s. The funny part is about this, Jack, is listen, who have Arsenal signed? Zubimendi, downgrade on Partey. Mosquera, who Lee Gunner has already said he's seen him get cooked. Kepa, T-Rex arms. And Noni Madueke. I haven't seen Jokers in an Arsenal shirt yet. That's the only player that's an upgrade. They're talking about playing Madueke left wing. And Newcastle are actually in for Eze. Chelsea are actually in for Eze now. So,
like, I think people are losing sight of just how big the upgrades are for Liverpool. Like, Robertson, I love Robertson. Robertson was a bit shit last year. We've then looked at it and went, fuck it. Yeah, I'm not going to be that bad. He was a bit shit last year, but we looked at it and went, right, how can we upgrade on that? Let's just go grab arguably the best left back in the league last year. Milos Kerkez, in he comes. Right back, Trent Rat, he was all right. He was a bit not, and he wasn't really great last year. We had Jeremy Frimpong, who was a complete commitment to a new style. Number 10, Dominic Szoboszlai, very important for how that team played, but his output was always a little bit concerning. You know, it was always felt a little bit short, even though it picked up at points throughout the season. So you go, we need a number 10 with more output. Let's go grab the guy who's got 35 goals and assists in like the last 2 seasons each. So, you know, that's a big fucking upgrade. Talking about striker, our striker last year got 6 goals. Hugo Ekitike got 22. If I half Hugo Ekitike's goals, he still got double the amount of goals that my striker got last season. I don't think people understand how big the margin for upgrade was up front. So Hugo Ekitike comes in, bang, smashing it. Left wing, Luis Diaz, best season so far in Liverpool share, got 23 goal contributions. Rodrygo, if he's played on the left for the whole season, I'm talking about 30 plus.
By the way, Rodrygo on the left has, in 12 appearances, he actually has 12 GA on the left. Because, as I said, he can literally cut in and shoot. Like, that's the most basic thing.
I don't know why people are forgetting that Rodrygo was... If I put Mohamed Salah on the left, he wouldn't be as good. The numbers wouldn't be as good.
We'll see it with Arsenal first game week. Madueke on the left.
We wanted to buy Rodrygo back in 2017 as a young left winger.
Tom, why are you not scared? They're going to play Madueke left wing.
I know. They're going to play Madueke left wing, so all you can do is cross it into a striker who doesn't score headers. I'm so terrified of that attacking metric. Oh, my God. They're going to have a guy run down the line and cross it into the only striker I've seen who scored 0 fucking headers. What are we going? How are we going to handle that, Husam? I'm shivering.
Please, like, get me a blanket.
And then when Madueke cuts it on his right and fucking slices it, he's got no right foot and it goes fucking over the bar. We're supposed to be terrified of that.
Big up to Spandan, who's actually a Arsenal fan, who's a legend. You get me? He's someone who just knows ball, because this guy actually supports a lot of the things that I say, because he knows I'm not here to just bullshit. Like, I say the same, I say the correct things. I agree with you in Ekitike. For Arsenal, he was my second choice to Jokers instead of Sesko with no technical ability. Thank you. Only Arteta's staff rate him and his fanboys are forced into it. Same for Noni. Exactly. Thank you, Spandan. See, we're just being honest here. You know, at the end of the day, like this man is. This man is fundamentally sound. You know, that's the thing. Newcastle inflated Ekitike's fee and kept LFC's first choice. You didn't inflate Ekitike's fee. Ekitike said no to Newcastle. You can't just pick and choose what reports you accept. I mean, the reporters literally came out and said Ekitike said no to Newcastle and no to Chelsea. So, yeah.
Can I ask how the fee was inflated, by the way? Because I'm pretty sure it was obvious that he had the release clause of 86 million, but he wasn't going to cost 86 million. So, like,
he literally
we're not paying
rejected
the 86 million. The fee hasn't
been anything. Didn't inflate anything. Newcastle moving for Wissa is a sign of desperation. It is, but that's because Newcastle got rejected, just like they got rejected for Mbeumo, just like they got rejected for all their targets this season. But it's okay, don't worry, they're gonna be in top 4 race again. Husam is an embarrassment of LFC fan base. Facts. What's more embarrassing? Me being an embarrassment, or you sending money to someone who you consider an embarrassment? There's many people I consider an embarrassment. You won't catch me sending them money. Big up to I am Salab, who says every signing we make makes me think about the PSG tie. Would they have made a difference? Wirtz and Ekitike would. We need to keep the ball in the Champions League. You damn right they would make a difference. Ekitike's best asset is actually hold up play. He plays incredibly with his back to goal. I'll actually do a stream, inshallah, on I'll do a stream, inshallah, on Saturday with Staffy. And Staffy will tell you, by the way, Staffy's a Man United fan, but he'll come here and tell you. He watched Ekitike, and he's actually a big fan of Ekitike for good reason. Please forget Ekitike had 8 assists, 3 fewer than Wirtz. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. As a footballer, he's fundamentally sound. Best thing, we have a plan B, unlike last year. Just wrap it up soon. Ekitike will score at least 20 goals in all comps, yeah. Rodrygo plus Guehi. Isak eventually leaves Newcastle. That's the thing. Listen, Newcastle lose anyway. They could have had Timu Isak, but they don't even have Timu Isak now. So they're just stuck there. So Newcastle fans, enjoy Sesko next summer. Call me crazy, but Rodrygo plus Ekitike is better than Isak alone.
I mean, I don't know if it's better, but I'd say it's about the same level. It's about the same level of impact. It's because Isak alone probably means you keep Diaz. And even though I'm a big Diaz hater, I do think that Isak and Diaz is probably about the same level as Rodrygo and Ekitike. So ultimately, I think it's about the same. But it's what Rodrygo and Ekitike gives you the freedom to do in terms of your squad build up. You're able to get that centre back in. You're able to get that midfielder. That I think we've forgotten about it in the excitement. We do still need an extra midfielder that Arne Slot trusts, unless your plan is to play Dominic Szoboszlai exclusively in the pivot, which doesn't really make much sense. Like, we still need that defensive midfielder so we can actually give Gravenberch a bit of a rest. So I'm both of them are fine. I'm happy with either.
I do agree though, Rodrygo and Ekitike is better than Isak alone. It is true. Because I look at it as the partnership. Upgraded left wing, and you have upgraded on striker in terms of, like, he's a lot better than Nunes as well.
Yeah. I was just looking at it as a partnership in terms of, I think Isak and Diaz is about the same as Rodrygo and Ekitike, but the difference is Rodrygo and Ekitike has a lot more room to grow. Ekitike is what, 22? Rodrygo's 23, 24. Compare that to 26 and 28, soon to be 29. All of a sudden, you've got rooms. And the best part is, now that I think about it, Ekitike, Rodrygo, and Wirtz, that's succession plan in the sense of, by the time Salah and Van Dijk leave, Wirtz will be like 25, 26, about to enter his prime. Rodrygo will be 26, about to enter his prime. Ekitike will be 24, 25, about to enter his prime. So that front line then is succession planning to the next level, where all three of them are in the prime at the same time. So the football club being smart about it in that sense. So I can't knock it. I'm not the biggest fan of Ekitike, but I can't knock it, and hopefully that he proves me wrong. That's how it is.
Yeah. I told you months ago that Isak wasn't happening, but you wouldn't listen, so hold that. I never said that Isak is happening. I said there is a 20%
Did either me or you,
chance.
Husam, say Isak is definitely happening, or did we
Yeah,
say
I
Liverpool are
literally
going to
said
try for him?
5 days ago, before Ornstein and Fabrizio. The problem is, you want to know something? I think you guys just don't listen to me because you think like I don't know what I'm talking about. I literally said we're gonna try for Isak, and if he wants to stay at Newcastle, we're gonna get Ekitike. Legitimately, like verbatim, that's what happened. Like literally. So now what? It just doesn't make sense. Like I said, we have a 20% chance of signing Isak. Sue me. Wow, I have a 20% chance. Some information: Ekitike rejected Chelsea, waited for Liverpool. Yes, he rejected. He rejected Chelsea. He did. Isak gave Liverpool green light to start the talks. Newcastle were the issue. 100%. I don't even think it's Isak that's rejected us per se. But Isak is not going to hand in a transfer request and kick up a fuss because that's not the type of player that he is. But at the end of the day, we wouldn't have actually went through all that if Isak said no. I'm excited to see what Hugo Boss can do for us. Same. What if Diaz stays and we get Rodrygo? So Diaz is the second striker. I wouldn't mind that.
I don't think there's a world where Diaz
But
stays
I don't
and we
think
get
we can
Rodrygo.
keep. Yeah, I was about to say. I don't think that exists though.
Because Diaz doesn't want to play up front. Diaz wants to play on the left. And I know people look back at Diaz up front. Diaz wasn't, great up front the way people remember it. All his goal contributions really came when he was on the left. It was just he was serviceable up front. No one up front last season for Liverpool had good numbers.
I hear you. Rival, forget we have two genuine invincibles on our team. Tiger in the 3 now. We should be scoring in the first and half and rotating the second. Yo, we signed Rodrygo as well, bro. We are destroying the shit out of teams. You have Donna harassing you here 3 super chats in a row. Mr. Tom, my heart only beats for you. You're the most beautiful soul I've ever met. My love for you is pure and wholehearted, is what Donna's saying. And then she says, I ain't a bot. My heart beats for Mr. Tom Little. Just so you know, you get me? Tom is in a relationship. Big up to I'm just going to say Harry. Ref F'd up versus Villa in Villa versus Man United game and return. We didn't get Isak. F my life. Happy with the Hugo though. Yeah, let's not forget Newcastle barely made top 4 like on the last day, bro. Like literally on the last day. So yeah, that's the club Isak's staying at. That's not my problem. Let's not force it. No excitement around Ekitike. I'm not forcing anything. If I wanted Ekitike 2 months ago, how am I forcing it? Me and Tom argued I was pro Ekitike and he was anti Ekitike. So how am I forcing something that I wanted to happen? It's insane, honestly. Mark my words, Isak will join Arsenal and no one will want him, just like Aubameyang. Sometimes we forget how quick football changes. So Isak will join Arsenal and play where? With Gyökeres and Havertz.
Well, so Kai Havertz going to go back to midfield where it didn't fucking work? Or Gyökeres, who's just been signed for like 70 odd million, is now going to be the bench player, despite the fact he's going to be 28. And Arsenal strike goal is going to be 28 and 28 and 27 at the same time. No, doesn't line up.
Perhaps.
If Isak leaves now, it will be a case of he's going abroad. I don't think there's a Premier League club that A, he'd want to go to, and B, can afford him.
Okay, fair. I just don't think there is a place for him at this Arsenal team. I don't think there's a place.
I don't think so either. Because there'd be a place if they hadn't just committed to buying Gyökeres. But they've committed to their guy now in Victor Gyökeres, so that place isn't there anymore. So it is what it is. He'll stay at Newcastle this season, which was always going to be the most likely outcome. And then you look at it from there. You figure out what he does in a couple of years' time. But in that time, we've got Rodrygo, we've got Salah, we got Wirtz, we got Ekitike. Who knows what we're going to do? At the end of the day, the ceiling for us is still there, and the excitement for us is still there, 100%. 100%. So I'm disappointed that we lost out on Isak, but it's not the end of the world. No chance at the end of the world. You've got to look at what we're still doing this season and the makeup that we still are. At the end of the day, we're going to have 6 attackers next year, potentially. Or, well, 7 in reality. Salah, Rodrygo, Wirtz, Ekitike, Gakpo, Chiesa, Soboslai. That is fucking mega. That is mega, whatever way you want to look at it. So I'm not worried. And Ben Doak. How can I forget my boy Ben Doak as well? So that makes 8. So that's one of the best attacking depth you've got.
Best thing this year, signing all wanted to join us. Fact, and actually the reporters are reporting Liverpool are ahead of Arsenal as well for the Rodrygo race. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I think that's one that we're actually quite committed on. You don't hire Pinisa Harvey to go as an intermediary and go to Spain to do all these negotiations if you're
yeah.
If you're not.
I'll try to find out more about this Rodrygo thing for you guys, but I'll try my best to find out more and more information. I'll try. Who's messaging you to do thumbnails, Val? You ain't gonna take Val from me. Mr. Tom, who is she? You can't do this to me. She's an Olympian and a doctor, so you got no chance. Big up to BMW says Chelsea's Club World Cup is better than Liverpool's measly 84-point Premier League. Are you sure you want me to go through point tallies? Because it'll be long for everyone. The year where Liverpool finished second on 97 points is better than the year where you broke the defensive record because we had more points. See, we can both play this game. Don't be dumb. Not now, in 3 years' time. In 3 years' time, Isak is 29. There you go.
Isak will not be joining Arsenal in 3 years' time because Isak will have moved by then. Fair. Or that, even though I think it's a slim possibility, there is the possibility that Newcastle have become that team to keep him in 3 years' time. I don't think Isak moves to Arsenal at this point.
I don't think so either. I think that door is.
Do you want me to tell you what I think who the most likely striker is to move to Arsenal?
Jokeres?
No. But within 3 years' time, Sesko. It's Sesko. We both know it, Husam. If Jokeres doesn't work out, if Jokeres has a bit as the first 2 years where he's a bit dodgy, you know, Mikel Arteta is slamming his fist down on that table in front of Bears and going, "I want my striker now," and they end up getting what's his
phase
name?
8.
Yeah, it's the same situation again and again and again.
Arsenal fans already predicting Jokeres to flop, laughing my ass out. Tom, his finishing data is bad because he's missed pens. And listen, at Liverpool, he ain't going to take no penalties. Let's keep
no one takes penalties off Mohamed Salah.
Yeah, because Salah exists. You get me. Data, MB. What's MB?
It's a website.
Versus other under 23 center forwards in Europe top 5. Are you going to do this in new tab? Because I have no idea what this means.
It's a tweet. I'll pull it up on screen now.
Yeah, pull up.
There's a tweet for it.
Pull it up.
You got it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ekitike versus top 5 league under 23 strikers. Non-penalty goals first. Expected goals first. Expected assists first. Goals per assist first. Shots on target first. Touches in box first. Shot assists first. Key passes first. Progressive carry first. Yeah, that's who we're getting, guys.
but we're so much worse off.
Such a bad player, you know.
We signed such a bum. He's so bad, honestly. What are we doing?
Yeah. He is. Big up to Aaron, the general. Thank you so much, Aaron. I appreciate you, my brother. He just sends in a super chat. Just say hit the like button, guys. We have 1,970 people, 2,000 people in the building already. Guys, let's get to 1,000 likes. Everyone, please hit the like button. Everyone, please subscribe right here, right now. And also, Tom's channel is in the title. Please go give him a subscribe. Shall we move on to talk about this Rodrygo thing?
I mean, we can do. It's exciting, isn't it, Rodrygo?
Yes, it is. Let's talk Rodrygo, Tom. Let's talk Rodrygo.
First of all, I've got a question to ask you.
Yes.
Anthony Gordon or Rodrygo?
Rodrygo, of course, bro.
Thank you.
Why is this a question? Who's asking
I don't know. But people are talking about the fact that, we should get Anthony Gordon instead of Rodrygo. Why? On what level? On what metric?
Who said that?
Fucking people. People have said that. And you sit there and you look at it and go, oh my God. You would probably pay more for Anthony Gordon than you would Rodrygo, by the way. You'd probably pay more for Anthony Gordon. You'd probably end up paying more for Anthony Gordon than you would Rodrygo.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. You would.
Homegrown metrics pointless though, because we don't need the homegrown players. We've got enough.
We do have enough.
So you got, if I'm doing the math right, you got Freddie Woodman, who came in as the third choice. That's one. Curtis Jones is two, but he's also homegrown at club. Bradley is three. Gomez is four. Frimpong is five.
City Academy.
Yeah. Who else? Bear in mind, you actually don't. It's not the thing isn't measured on how many homegrown players you've got. You don't need 8. You just can only have 17 non-homegrown. But then you've also got some of the kids in the academy as well.
Homegrown. That's 6.
Yeah, by Šesić. I mean, I don't know if Kerkez fits it. I don't know what age he joined Bournemouth, but there's a chance Kerkez fits it because he might be in here for 3 years. Ben Doak fits it. I'm not including Harvey Elliott because I think he's going to go. But then, you've got options there, but we're not desperately in need of these homegrown players. That's not. If you want to look at the registration rules, look at it. Don't look at it as we need homegrown. Look at it as we can only have 17 non-homegrown players. So Liverpool right now, if I look at the list,
Alisson, there's no need to look. Alisson, Mamardashvili, Van Dijk, Konate. We're going to sign Guehi, by the way, so that's another homegrown player. You got, let's assume Kerkez isn't homegrown, so you got Kerkez, Robertson is not homegrown, Simicat's not homegrown, we're at 7, Gravenberg, McAllister, Soboslai, Wirtz, 11, Endo, 12, 13, Salah, 14, Gakpo, 15, Chiesa, 16, Ekitike, 17, Rodrygo.
Yep, and so you hit everything that you want there.
Yeah.
You've maximised your thing. You've maximised how many you've got, and that includes you get rid of your Diaz and your Nunes, which is the way it's got to be. The only question there is: are Liverpool gonna get a DM, which could happen? Are Liverpool gonna get a backup striker? But I think the backup striker.
Why would we get the DM?
Do you think Wataru Endo's going to be playing much next year?
I want us to keep Endo. What's the problem?
I want to keep Endo. I love Endo, but I'm thinking about it logically. He didn't play Endo much last year. Ryan Gravenberch is the only guy you trust in that deep DM role. So Ryan Gravenberch will be playing every game again. We do still need a guy to come in and take some of those minutes, whether we like it or not.
So you're saying basically, go sign Rodrygo, Guehi, and then go get a DM?
Ekitike, Rodrygo, Guehi, and a good backup DM. And you're fine. I think that squad has very little room for improvements at that point. Genuinely, I don't think there's many squads that are better than that. And there's the whole thing about, you've got Šesić. Šesić is just fucking injured. He's going to have no preseason.
I'll be honest with you, I don't look at this team and think we need a DM, to be honest.
The starting 11 doesn't need it, but the squad does. Right, so if we're not playing Gravenberch, let's say Gravenberch needs a rest. He's played.
There's something that you're missing here. I'm not going by your BS 4-4-2 thing.
I'm doing 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, so I think Wirtz is the starting 10. Soboslai is one of the DM options.
Yeah, he plays in the same role McAllister does. I'm not putting...
Tom, that's not the point.
No, because you've got to look, Husam, at the way that we've played Gravenberch so far. So in the last 4 games of the season, when he played, and in the pre-season game.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna convince Adam Wharton to come sit on the bench.
I know you're not gonna convince Adam Wharton, but I'm sure there's a guy out there. Maybe it's McConnell. Maybe the club look at McConnell and he can do that. In which case it'd be a big jump, but maybe that's the way they go. But I look at the football club and go, Ryan Gravenberch is the only guy you trust at this point in time through this role where he drops.
How about your boy?
What boy? Angelo Stiller.
Curtis.
Curtis Jones can't do the job Gravenberch does because he's not got the height. He's not got the.
Yeah, but you're talking about that specific job, but no one can do that.
Also, in that specific job, as much as I like Curtis Jones, he takes too much time on the ball in that role. It kind of needs to be someone who's a little bit more punchy with it. Gravenberch at least drives with the ball a bit quicker. Now, maybe Curtis Jones could be that guy, but I'd be a little bit shocked if he develops that way again, because he's already done a lot of developments in terms of his playing role. I just think the football club needs to grab a decent backup DM who can do the whole thing of dropping between the centre backs and build up, and then progressing forwards to form the midfield, if that's the way you want to go for it. Scraps. When I say he hasn't got the height for it, I mean, look at the way Ryan Gravenberch is built. His legs are fucking long. The amount of interceptions that man pulls out of his arse are ridiculous. It was the same with Fabinho. Fabinho's legs were fucking long. Curtis Jones doesn't have these long legs that can just stretch out like you wouldn't believe and intercept the ball and do whatever. Also, note tonight, Trey Ione is 17 and he is an attacking midfielder. I am not putting Trey Ione as the deepest defensive midfielder. And I'm also not giving Trey Ione many minutes next year because he's 17. The kid is 17. I'm not putting him in the first team plans next year. I'm not. Same with Rio. This is another one. Oh, we need to have Rio Engam over there. Rio's like 16. I'm not including him in first team plans for 2 years at an absolute minimum. And that's only if he becomes this talent you can't ignore at 18. I think people's minds are a bit skewed with the way he played. Harvey Elliott was like the exception to the rule. He was part of the first. How old was Harvey Elliott in 2021?
Harvey was quite young.
He was, but he was 18. Harvey Elliott, bearing in mind, we already knew he was this incredibly talented player because he broke the record for youngest player to ever make his debut in the Premier League. He started becoming a first-team option at 18. And people are telling me, let's put Rio and Trey in there right now. In tougher roles, in more taxing roles, right now, let's do it. No. Especially not when Harvey Elliott had already had a year's loan at Blackburn where he got regular first-team football. By the time Harvey Elliott was becoming a regular for Liverpool, he played 43 senior games. Trey Ione has played about fucking 4. Rio has played 1. We need to understand that we can't be putting these players in conversations for, we're going to include Mercedes first-team options. No.
The reason why I say we don't need a DM right now is I think we have enough depth in midfield. My thing is just the forward line right now. Like, we sign Ekitike. I like that signing, but we need to go get Rodrygo now. Like, it can't be... Because I see Alex Crook as well tweeting about Anthony Gordon. I don't like the Anthony Gordon thing. Like, I don't like it.
No, yeah, I'm not for Anthony Gordon either.
Yeah, I'd rather us go sign... what's his name? I'd rather us go sign Rodrygo. I think we have to try for Rodrygo, but if Rodrygo says no, it'll be very interesting. Like now, what happens in terms of like us moving forward? That's the thing. That's the thing. I think. What percentage chance would you give Rodrygo of joining Liverpool?
I've got it as a 60% at the minute. I think I think people are trying to downplay what we've done with him. You don't do what you do in terms of sending a guy out to Spain to negotiate on your behalf, meet up with his representatives, present preliminary talks and everything if you're not very serious about getting a deal done. I think Liverpool looking at it, go and look. First of all, it comes down to how you look at Liverpool. Do you think Liverpool genuinely want to keep Luis Diaz? I think not. I don't think they do. I think they're looking at Bayern, who are going to give him a lot of money potentially.
Company had a video call with them.
Saga are going to give him a lot of money potentially, and they're looking at that going, okay, we'll lose Diaz, who's 28, and we'll go buy Rodrygo, who's 24, and I'll be better at what we need. And
for the same money as well.
Yeah. So I think what people forgetting is we had long-standing interest in Rodrygo. We wanted him back when he was a kid, back in 2017.
Yeah.
So we wanted him then. He's clearly stayed as a target since then. So I'm not shocked that we're putting ourselves in this conversation. I was saying this in fucking June. If Rodrygo becomes available, Liverpool are going to put themselves in that conversation. It was obvious. The football club do not want to keep Diaz. Because you do not sit there and go, "Oh, we're not gonna sell him, but we also don't want to give him a new deal." That means you want to sell him, but you just don't want to accept low ball offers. So we're waiting for one of Bayern or one of Saudi or one of Barca to give us the big money that we want for Luis Diaz, because Madueke selling for the price that he sold for, as then we could ask for a fair amount of money for Luis Diaz, and then we're going to move on Rodrygo. I don't think you get Anthony Gordon. I think Anthony Gordon was an opportunity that we could have got and didn't get. That's all Anthony Gordon was. He was an opportunity that presented itself last summer where we could have given away Joe Gomez and 40-odd million and got Anthony Gordon, and it was really good value at the time. Now, you're looking at Rodrygo or Anthony Gordon for the same price, whose skill set is better, who's got more pedigree, who's got more quality, who's got more about them. Who do I want to work with the options that we've got at the minute? It's Rodrygo. So I think there's I think there is something behind Rodrygo. I really do. I think it'll start.
I don't think that it's smoke without fire, like with this Rodrygo situation.
It's coming from Brazil as well. Like the guys that report on it are either reliable Real Madrid guys, not like your fucking markers. It was Edu Borges, who's apparently a really reliable Madrid guy. And it's ESPN Brazil, who are apparently really good when it comes to Brazil players. So there's obviously something in it. The 100% there's something in it. So I'm not shocked. I'm not shocked. And I do think we're more in than out with Rodrygo at the minute. And I do think
more in than out. Is this our new go-to term now?
Yeah. Well, but I also think it's a case of I think Rodrygo, that Club World Cup kind of cements it for him. He's not part of Xabi Alonso's plans. He comes to Liverpool, Arnie Slot seemingly has a way to sell his plans to fucking anyone. So I do think if we get into a meeting, if Arnie Slot's able to get into a one-on-one meeting with Rodrygo, Rodrygo's our player, 100%. Mm-hmm. And he's the kind of player you justify giving bigger wages to. I can justify giving Rodrygo 200 grand a week more than I justify giving Diaz 200 grand a week. That's it for me. I think you can justify giving Rodrygo 200 grand a week more than you can justify giving a 28, 29-year-old Diaz 200 grand a week. So I'm 100% on board with the Rodrygo thing. I think he's mega. I think a lot of people just underestimate him because he's been forced out of position for a Real Madrid team that don't value him.
The thing with Rodrygo playing left wing, it's 100% gonna bring the best out of him. Like that's the thing. Like because it's the most basic thing of like cut in and shoot that he doesn't even have. The thing is with Diaz is I know. Like, obviously, there's a report that if Diaz will stay, we'll give him a new contract. If it's just Ekitike in the forward line, I can't lie to you, I would be a little bit disappointed, despite the fact I'm a fan of Ekitike, because then I would expect at least for us to get a backup striker or something like this, because I feel like we're filling way too many holes. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we're filling way too many holes in the team, and I don't like that. Like, I want us to have a bit more depth. So that's why for me Rodrygo excites me. But let me ask you a question now about the last thing before I read the super chats and we end the stream. I want to ask you guys, let's get the likes up. We are at 750 likes. Let's try to get to 1,000 likes, please. Everyone, please hit the like button, subscribe. Super chatters, I'll come to all your super chats in a second. Please get the like up, and also Tom's Little's channel is in the title. So, Mr. Thomas, I want to talk about this Konate Guehi thing. Obviously, very, very dramatic.
Well, I don't know if you've seen the news about Konate that's just dropped.
Tell me.
Konate's stalling on a contract renewal because he's not happy with the salary on offer. If he wants to stay, it seems that he's going to have to lower his demands.
Where did you see this?
Alex Crook on Twitter.
Is this Crook guy reliable?
He knows Richard Hughes. So, yeah, he's been reliable pretty much all summer.
Fair.
So, it's going to have to be a compromise. It's whether one of them wants to compromise.
So now what?
I think we get Guehi. I think Guehi is something that was going to happen regardless of Konate, and I do think we go back in for Guehi. If not Guehi, then a younger guy. I do think we get a centre back this summer. I think it's brutally obvious we get a centre back. I think Guehi is also going to happen, whether it's this summer or next summer, whether it's for a fee now, which I would prefer, or on a free next summer. I do think Guehi happens. And with the Konate thing, look, I'd want him to stay. And regardless of what happens this summer in terms of his contract, I do think that you need to keep him either way. Like, and Liverpool are a better team with him than without
I
him.
think we just need to take the L on this Konate thing and just keep it stepping.
Mhm.
I'll be honest with you. Like that's the thing. Just take the L, whatever. Okay, you wanna leave to Real Madrid or PSG next summer? I'm okay with that, but I just need Konate to give me one more year.
Mhm. But we need to maximise what we can do in these next 2 years. Konate is very good. Has a very good partnership with Van Dijk already. Is already a league winning centre back. I don't see why you'd be quick to get rid. At the end of the day, look, we need to stop with the contract situation that we keep finding ourselves in, where players run their deals down. But in situations like this, Liverpool are better off keeping him for a year than getting 35 million and trying to buy a replacement with that. And keeping him gives you the chance to renew that deal. You can't renew a deal if you sold him. What's not to say in December we're smashing it, and Konate sits there and goes, you know what, I want to stay. You know what, I'm on board with the project. Wirtz is smashing it. Rodrygo smashing it. Ekitike smashing it. I think we're going to be the best team on the planet for a couple of years, and I want to stay here. You can't renew that contract if you've sold him. So I think keeping him gives you at least the opportunity to renew that deal, which is ultimately the best case scenario. So the only logical thing is to keep him.
Do you still see us signing Mark Guehi because Crystal Palace are not budging on the price?
I see Mark Guehi being a Liverpool player within 12 months. I just don't know whether it'll be for a fee this summer or...
The thing is, we can't go into next season with just Konate and Gomez. Me and you both know that.
No, I know that. I think we sign a centre-back regardless this summer. I think Konate happened regardless. I think Guehi happened regardless. I just wonder about which centre-back.
Yeah, but you're talking about next summer. Like, I don't think we can afford to wait until next
summer.
No,
we're going to sign a centre-back regardless.
Oh, you're just saying... I don't know.
Guehi happens at some point. Yeah. Whether it's Guehi now or next summer, I don't know. But Liverpool will buy a centre back this summer. But if it's not Guehi, it'll be the young lad who can be fourth choice when Guehi comes in, or third choice. Yeah, maybe that Italian guy who costs like 10 mil. Because if you've got, I think people are a bit disrespectful to Gomez. Gomez is still a very good centre back.
Yeah, I agree. Gomez's problem is only his injury prone.
If Gomez plays, he doesn't really cause you problems. It's just sometimes he doesn't play because he's injured. So if you can keep him and have him be third choice centre back for a year, you do it. And then Guehi comes in and you play it by ear. Would you do the centre back? Either what happens is Konate goes on a free and you play Van Dijk and Guehi together with the young centre back developing a bit more, or you go right. Konate's gone on a free. We'll have Guehi as the third choice. We'll go big on a centre back this summer because we spent a lot last summer and we don't need to address all these positions. Or the best case scenario is Konate stays, you get Guehi on a free, and Gomez finally leaves after 11 years and of wonderful service. And then your four centre backs are Van Dijk, Konate, Guehi, and young centre back. That's your best case scenario. I 100% see a centre back coming in this summer. I just couldn't tell you whether it's Guehi or a young lad.
The thing is, I'm trying to think like who do we even sign at centre back? Like, who do we even get, bro? Like,
the hat will be thrown about, but I don't necessarily think that's.
They want 70 million apparently. Ain't nobody paying that.
Yeah, fuck that for a game of soldiers. There's the young Italian lad from Parma. There's Nathan
Scalvini, I like, but I don't know what money they're gonna ask for.
Scalvini's loves an injury. That's
Morello.
Scalvini. Morello's too expensive. You need to be looking at like the tier below.
Yeah, and then Forest will sue us if we go in.
Yeah, fucking hell. We'll make an acceptable offer and they'll say, "Oh no, you didn't actually. Fuck you."
Yeah, then Forest will just sue us if we go in for him. The Lukeba train has passed long ago. 60 M's, man. 60 M's, way too much money.
You need to be looking at the younger, like tier 2 level, a centre back for the because Konate and Van Dijk are starters. So like Nathan Zeze is a decent option. There's Mamadou. Mind you, he's gone. I think he's not at Strasbourg anymore. There was a guy called Mamadou Sarr who I think has gone to Chelsea now. He always done quite well on metrics as well. But that's the 30 to 40 million young centre back market is where I think we'll shop if we can't get Guehi. Because I think that's about the price we'll pay for a centre back this summer. 30 to 40 million. If it's Guehi, it's Guehi. If not, we'll get him next summer and we'll focus on getting that young lad in now. That's the way I see it. But we can't go into this season without one. You have to go into this season with one.
Okay. Let me just grab these super chats before we wrap up the stream. Big up to all of you guys locked in. Please do like the video. Please do subscribe. Thank you so much for 55.5k as well. I'm going to drop a pre-recorded video as well on this whole Ekitike situation. I think it's going to be very interesting for me to talk about it with you guys as well. So big up to all of you. I think, listen, we just have to take the L on this Konate situation. And just put the fries in the bag. You get me? So, yeah, regardless, big up to all of you guys. Please do like, do subscribe.
Have you seen the thing with Florian Wirtz as well?
What?
His dad's done an interview with the Spiegel in Germany, and he said several clubs were interested, but in the end, Bayern and Liverpool were the only serious contenders. So, you know, this whole, yo, Florian, where art thou, Florian? Flying to Manchester and all that, Florian. That was just never even a serious possibility for him.
Oi, get the checkbook out this summer. Hey, Florian! Oh, art thou, Florian? I believe you're looking for a new football club, my mate. Hey, England, Manchester, Etihad, this Stad will be playing Champions League football next year, my friend. Yeah, how about you take a little 2-2 Ryanair jet from Leverkusen over to Manchester. We'll get you a nice hotel stay. Little 2-2 medical, £300,000 a week. Couple bonuses thrown in there. 2-2 Ballon d'Or in a couple years. Champions League. Happy days. You want to go Bayern Munich. Little 2032 Bayern Munich driller. Happy days. We get the next up and coming star. How about it, Florian? Florian. How art thou, Florian?
Big up to Kat Sanders says Husam Cooks had so much copium he was set on Isak and Hugo joining Newcastle. Also United paying 70 million for Mbuemo. Newcastle screwed us now with Visa.
Maybe we're the ones to play 4-4-2.
I think Ashraf and Saad together combined for the worst opinion ever, which is both of them playing together.
I don't hold that tag anymore. That's impressive.
Yes, that's the worst take ever. Big up to Fitz Arsenal says, unpopular opinion, Pedro will be better than Hugo. Unpopular opinion, I actually think Pedro will have a bigger impact than Gyökeres, and time will tell, and you'll see. So, yeah.
I mean, it's also funny because you look at the Chelsea situation. Sure, Joao Pedro might be the second option in that front four. Ekitike is coming in as the fourth option in our front four, potentially. I think even if Gakpo is the starter, he's the fourth option in the front four. Salah has more pedigree, more stature. Wirtz has more pedigree and more stature, and Rodrygo or Gakpo have more pedigree and more stature. Ekitike comes in with the bottom of that food chain. So I wouldn't be shocked if people are sitting there going, "Oh my God, you want Pedro and more and blah 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 blah." Yeah, sure.
Perfect to go get Adam Wharton too. I'll be honest with you. I think it's I don't really think we need Adam Wharton, but fair enough if people think that. I think we need more of a like destroyer DM closeout games, maybe playing in a different type of game.
I don't think that works though, because Liverpool, if that's all we need, then you keep Endo. You keep Endo 100%. But I think that we need someone who can do something similar but different to Gravenberch in terms of on the ball. Adam Wharton is the ultimate ceiling raiser for this team. What we're doing now is raising the floor in all the other positions. Our floor was shit with left back. Our floor was shit with striker. Left wing, that's a bit of a ceiling raiser. DM would be a big ceiling raiser because Gravenberch does what he does, but there's an obvious flaw in his game. If you're getting the other guy who does that, who does what he can't do, bang, you're flying. But I don't think Adam Wharton accepts that role in this team.
I hear you. Habibi, Isak was the guy. Will we get him now? Listen, not everyone not like ruling it out or anything, but I just don't see a world in which we get Isak. And I'm happy with Ekitike. I'm good. I'm good, brother. I'm good with Ekitike. I'm a fan of Ekitike. I wanted Ekitike all along. The people who watch me will tell you this. Newcastle is heading towards their own doom. They should have taken the money for Isak and reinvested in their squad. We were actually doing them a favor. I agree with this. I said Newcastle would get better if they sell Isak. People thought I was gaslighting. I wasn't. Big up to Andrew, my brother Andrew. Big up to you, Rodrygo. Guehi left to get in and backup striker. I agree with this. I think this is what we need right here. Tensation says rather Kvaratskhelia in January or Rodrygo now. I'll be honest with you. I'm a massive fan of Kvaratskhelia.
I'd rather have Kvaratskhelia.
Let me drop the bomba. If we signed Kvaratskhelia in January, I think we'd have won the UCL.
Oh, 100%.
I think we would have won the UCL genuinely. That's why I'd say Kvaratskhelia, because now, like, I would be on 20-7 as well. That's genuinely how I feel. So that's the different thing that I would say. Tom, do you think Matheus Fernandes Southampton could be a midfield option for Liverpool on the cheap?
Matheus Fernandes is very good, but Matheus Fernandes will be battling for a position in the area of midfield where we're quite stocked up. He's that like 8-10 hybrid. We have McAllister, we have Szoboszlai, we have Jones. All three of them are ahead of him. Matheus Fernandes would have been good if Szoboszlai was being committed to a 10 and Jones was maybe on his way out. But with the way it's set up now, I just don't think it necessarily works for him. He will go to I reckon he'd be good at like a Brentford or something, a club of that level, a mid-table Premier League club. He will show his worth there, and top teams will be in for him. I'm telling you, Matheus Fernandes is someone who's top player.
I hear you. Alexis McAllister can play DM with Sobo if Gravenberg can. I agree with this.
Yes,
I don't think we need a pivot player. Hear me out, Tom. Unless it's a completely different style. Like, let's say you get a pivot player who's a destroyer. I think that helps us more.
I just think that in this case, it's like, remember them old depth charts that we used to laugh at, where you've got one player playing about 4 different fucking positions. Like, McAllister's going to be the first choice left DM, then it'll be the second choice right DM, then it'll be the third choice 10. You're sitting there going, fucking hell, is McAllister ever going to get a game off?
Exactly.
Fucking James Milner will be back up in about 6 different positions.
Zubimendi, Caicedo, Lavia, Bellingham, and now Isak. Jens Lehmann, Ibue, Kolo Toure, Sol Campbell, Ashley Cole, Robert Perez, Gilberto Silva, Cesc Fabregas, Hleb, Ljungberg, Thierry Henry, Almunia, Senderos, Clichy, Flamini, Dennis Bergkamp, Robin Van Persie. Still could not beat Barcelona. You get me in a Champions League.
Do you have that Champions League lineup memorized? Name?
Yeah. They couldn't beat Barcelona in Champions League final. You all cried 20 years ago. Jordan Henderson has more Champions League finals and wins as well than your football club. And please remember that Divock Origi has more Champions League final goals than Thierry Henry, who did the KD. He was Kevin Durant before Kevin Durant. He moved to the team that beat him in the Champions League final because your bitch club could not deliver it. Also, second 3 years in a row. Rodrygo at his natural position with a tactical like slot versus Rodrygo out of position playing with a vibes manager will be night and day. I agree. People aren't considering this. If I bring Rodrygo, play him left hand side, bro, we are gonna just with slots management, bro, we are gonna cook. I look forward to this, to be honest with you. That's what I'll say. Big up to my guy Harry, who says, super proud of the club, fan base, and yourself. We are in for a historic few years. Thanks for the content and stay consistent. RIP Jota, and you'll never walk alone. RIP Jota always. Inshallah, we win in this season for Jota. You get me. Big up to you, Harry. And thank you, because always your super chats are just nice. You don't even ask football questions or anything. You're just complimentary of myself, Tom, and the others that I work with. So I appreciate that, brother. Big up to Lex Stein, who says Ekitike is a baller. I see him getting 25 GA in his first season. He'll do so good, we won't even look at any more strikers. Fingers crossed. I agree. Listen, if Ekitike could get 15 goals, but like 11 assists, 12 assists, and we win the league, bro, I'm all in. Let's go. That excites me, bro. And remember, at Liverpool, he won't take penalties either. Anyway, guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here. This stream is going to take over to Ziad's zone. He's going live to talk about Chelsea. I'm also going to go record the pre-recorded video right now, how the rivals are coping about what Liverpool just did. Big up to all of you guys. Please do slap the like button. Please do subscribe. Tom Little's channel is in the title. And I've got Northside on tonight at 11. I'm just trying to get a Chelsea fan with him so we can talk about the title race next season. Love you all and see you guys later.